It's that time of the evening, fish feeding time. I come out here to feed the koi. Walked up to the net and realized I might have some koi missing. Why, you say? Here's why. See if we can get this thing out of that net. Looks like a kukri, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but it was cruising around in here. But I know those things eat fish and frogs, so I'm sure that's probably what he's doing in here. I don't see anything eating this food either. One came up there. All right, I'm going to sit back a minute and see if I can see him. All right, so we'll get back on the camera if he shows up again. He was down in those weeds when I left. He was come across here, couldn't get out the corner, went around, went back, and then he ducked down underneath there. Well, I'm sitting here watching for the snake. About 30 minutes ago, we got a notice on the phone from the Thai government that they want us to evacuate again. See those mountains right down there? Somewhere in there is the Cambodian border. Sounds like they have some activity over south of Kanthralak again, which is where they had the problems last time. Locally, they had the problem. I didn't see any lumps in that snake, so he might not have got my fish yet. There's one of my big koi just come up. Maybe he got out. I mean, he could easily get out if he gets to these edges. He can climb right over that, which is, I'm sure, how he got in. But, yeah, he was having trouble climbing straight up that mesh. So, I don't know. He must have jumped out when I went to get the camera. But I'm going to sit here and watch this for a while because I don't want him to sit here and eat all my fish. Not that he'll eat all of them, but he was a pretty small snake, maybe 16, 18 inches long and size of my finger. So he ain't going to eat much if he does. Another beautiful morning in Isan. Drones buzzing in the background, bombs in the distance, music playing in the village. What more could you ask for? Life in Thailand. Getting him some escargot. I just cleaned that moss out of the fish pot. I bought some new plants online. I'm going to completely clean these things out and try to get rid of all this duckweed because this stuff is just out of control. It just continually covers up the top of these pots. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm not going to talk much about the war, but a lot of activity this morning, day 2. So I went into town today. The Nines market is canceled, which didn't surprise me. But I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Major bombing all morning since about 5 a.m. The PTT is open for fuel, but all the 7-Elevens in town are boarded up. There's an ATM at the 7-Eleven where the PTT is. No cash. Went to the bank. The banks are all closed. ATMs are empty. Looks like the only thing that's really available is probably food because the Little Lotus is open and the PTT fuel is open. And that looks like about it for the whole town. But I think I mentioned earlier, I bought some new plants for the pots out here. So I think my mission this morning is to probably pump out 2 of those pots, get plants back in them, kind of let those grow a bit. And once I get extra plants, then I'll do the other pot. Probably hear the bombing in the background. But anyhow, first thing I'm going to do is get this cleaned out. Get rid of all this old plant material because I've tried to clean this in the past and put it back in here, but there's no way to get all this duckweed out of there. So I think the only option is just completely vacate all of it. A lot of moss and shit growing in there nowadays. Just a lot of yuck down in there. Oh, it stinks too. Down in the muck in the bottom. This is just all moss in that pot. Pull this pot out. There's no doubt I'm going to lose some fish out of this, but it is what it is. Wow. This stuff's nasty. There goes one of my fish. Oh, guppies. That one's pregnant. And I thought I cleaned most of them out of here just a month ago. That looks like a black molly there. What am I? See, I put 2 fish in there. I've already got 4 or 5 pieces of duckweed floating around in there. That's going to be the problem. But we'll filter and strain it again later. Another guppy. There's a real pretty guppy there. I'm going to throw that one in here and keep it. It's supposed to be all guppies here. Mollies over there and a few guppies. And there's a couple good looking guppies right there. There's a big white molly in here. I've been trying to catch him. There he is right there. I think I might have just got him. Nope. Got one of the other ones though. guppies. Maybe that's a different kind of fish. Those things are all big. The only thing I put in here is those, I don't even know what they're called, but they just dart around like crazy, which is why I put them in here, because they're pretty cool fish. Guppies. Just sludge in here. I didn't realize it was this bad down in the bottom. Allergies started kicking my ass yesterday. I'd like to catch that white molly. I don't really want him to go through the hose, but he might have to. All right, I'm going to start siphoning. I'll show you how we're going to do this. Hey, those are my keeper fish. Leave them alone. Where are the blue ones? I got 2 blue ones in there. Where'd they go? Oh, I can't see them. The black bucket. Yeah, stupid. That's water. So typically what I do is I'll take a siphon and siphon it through here on the discharge end of the hose, so that if any fish go through there, which they will, they'll get caught in this net and I'll be able to sort them. Cats are watching the fish swim around in the bucket there. That big white molly's still in there somewhere, but I can't see. It's too mucked up. Okay, I've showed you this before, but this is how I siphon. One into the hose, let it fill with water as you submerge it. Hose is filled, underwater, cap one end, pull it out, get it lower than the reservoir, release it, and it just starts siphoning. And then if any fish go through there, they'll just get caught in the net there. You can see at least 4 good fish in there that I want to keep. My handle fell off my other net. There, 2 fish just went through the hose. Oh, there's one of my good fish went through the hose. Let me show you. It's hard to see them, but that green one is the one I want to keep. Oh no. Make sure that's all the good ones. Oh, there goes one. Guppy. Oh, there's one. Red one. Guppies I don't care about. Oh man, there's 3 or 4 of them. Oh, there goes one of my green ones. The what? The boss? What boss? Right there. The girl? Oh, I know. There went one of them. I need to catch. Uh-oh, starting to pull air. This is that white molly right here that I've been trying to catch forever. And now I got him. Oh, I got a blue one with him. Fish poop and everything else in there. So I'll pour this through that big net, pick up anything I want to keep, scrub this out. Keep a couple snails here too, so they can repopulate. Okay, I'm going to get this thing dumped out, wash it all out, scrub it out, fill it back up, and get those, get these fish cleaned up and out of there, so I don't have any of that duckweed and moss and shit going back in there to contaminate the new pot. Oh, I spoke too soon. A couple fighter jets just went by, and then I heard the bombs go off over there. I hear some more artillery right now. But I got my rocks in there. I could probably put another bag in there, but all right, we'll follow up on it in a few days.